So we'll just do short prayers. Om Jnanam Dasya Jnanam Shalakaya Chakshurvinatam Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Namaha Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishna Adhikarishna Devakti Vedanta Swami Tamane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurvani Prasthadini Nirvisesha Sanyavadi Pachyatya Deshaparini Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhupada Namaste Advaita Gadadhara Srivasa Digaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna. So this is Bhagavad Gita 4.34 and Sri Sloka. तद्विद्धि प्रणिपातेन परिप्रश्नेन सेवया उपदेक्षन्ति ते ज्ञानं ज्ञानिनस्तत्त्वदर्शिनः तद्विद्धि प्रणिपातेन परिप्रश्नेन सेवया उपदेक्षन्ति ते ज्ञानं ज्ञानिनस्तत्त्वदर्शिनः तद्विद्धि प्रणिपातेन परिप्रश्नेन सेवया उपदेक्षन्ति ते ज्ञानं ज्ञानिनस्तत्त्वदर्शिनः. Translation: just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master. Inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. The self-realized souls can impart knowledge unto you because they have seen the truth. Yeah. So, in this verse, Sri Krishna is telling Arjuna how to approach a spiritual master, how to approach a self-realized soul so that we also understand the spiritual knowledge which is there within his heart and we can get that knowledge. So there is a scientific process behind that, how a disciple should approach a spiritual master. So there are three qualities mentioned here. So I'll just be explaining that. One is pranipatena, that is the first quality. Second is sevaya. And third is pranipatena, pariprashnena. And third is pariprashnena. So what are these three? I'll just explain. So pranipatena means we should approach a spiritual master in a humble mood, in a submissive mood. We should not approach a guru with an attitude to challenge him. If we are approaching that way, then actually we cannot get the knowledge which is there with him. So it's just like with any other subject. Generally when we are trying to learn any subject matter, we try to approach a teacher whom we think is much better, whom we think is expert at his subject. Like maybe it can be maths, physics, or maybe in job, someone very senior we approach with a doubt. So when we are asking a question, we ask, keeping in mind that, oh, this person knows much more than me. Even when professors, if you are aware of PhD applications, how they see the students, they'll the student may be very talented, but if the PhD student does not consider the PhD professor, to be having more knowledge, to be wanting to learn from him, then actually the PhD professor cannot actually guide that student, because whatever he'll say, he'll always keep questioning, unnecessarily arguing. So am I saying that we should follow someone blindly? No. Bhagavad Gita is not saying that. You can also say that it is saying pariprashnena. It means we are going to inquire a spiritual master about something which we are not understanding. Okay, something a guru is saying, we're not able to grasp it. Then what we do? It's not that, okay, I am not able to understand. It means this is not correct. That is arrogance or ego. But what instead we should be thinking is, what our mindset should be, okay, because Guru is telling, it must be truth. Because I have because I have already done my homework. I'll just get to that part. Like even we there is a scientific process to choose a guru also. But let us say we choose a guru whom we think is very learned in spiritual knowledge, who is very much practicing spirituality very, very nicely, who's practicing the teachings of Bhagavad Gita, who's practicing the principles of yoga given in Bhagavad Gita very nicely, then if we are not understanding something, then what we'll think, okay, since such a great personality is telling, it must be truth. He must be telling from the scriptures. He must be repeating the words of Sri Krishna. He must be repeating the words present in the Vedas or glorious scriptures. But I am not able to understand. Maybe like I am not able to grasp. So let me submissively inquire from him. So that is the second quality which Krishna is explaining. First is pranipatena and second is pariprashnena. So at this moment, I just want to highlight one more thing. So as I was telling, right, our mindset should be that, okay, no, we should be having that feeling. We should be having that mindset thought process that, okay, oh, this guru which I am approaching, he is actually very learned in scriptures. So does that mean then, how do we then select a guru? Do we just hear from anyone and everyone? No, because if you're doing that, then we'll start getting doubts, right? Then we are not sure whom do we put trust upon. So whatever your intelligence, whatever you want to think, whatever your choices, etc., that you do before selecting a guru. Like before selecting a guru, you do whatever scrutiny, whatever discrimination, whatever analysis you want to do, etc., you can do. But after seeing, after hearing guru's classes, after seeing what is the behavior of the guru, how he's living his life, after you have got sufficient conviction that this person is actually genuine, this person I can put trust upon, this person will actually give this spiritual knowledge which is a bona fide, it's not something fake. So after we gain the trust, then we completely submit ourselves, then we completely humble ourselves in front of that guru, and then say that from now on, okay, whatever analysis I wanted to do, I have done that. But from now on, to truly understand, to truly grasp, to truly make the spiritual knowledge one with my heart, I have to follow what Sri Krishna is telling about how do we understand the spiritual truths, which is pranipatena and pariprashnena, which we have just discussed just now. And then not just these two, there is one more, there is third very, very important quality, that is rendering of service. Actually, no genuine guru will actually ask for some remuneration for teaching Bhagavad Gita, because Bhagavad Gita is not anyone's property. Bhagavad Gita is the song of God. It is the word of Sri Krishna. It is his property. We are just, whatever knowledge we are receiving, we are just explaining it to others. So okay, Guru may be teaching, Guru may be giving so much knowledge to the disciples, but he does not expect some material remuneration, etc., from the disciple. Then, but if we are gaining so much from the Guru, we have to reciprocate, right? We have to do something. What is that? We have to render service to the Guru. We have to render some service to the guru which will help him, which will help, because the guru's mission is to teach this Bhagavad Gita to so many people, right? So we have to serve him in such a way that we can assist him in making him reach to so many people, so that he can teach the message of Bhagavad Gita to so many people of this world. So these three are what the Sri Krishna is telling on how to approach a spiritual master. And what he's saying that, so if we approach in this way, the self-realized soul can impart knowledge onto you because they have seen the truth. Now let us go through the purport. If you have any questions, you can put in the chat. I'll take at the end. The purport. The path of spiritual realization is undoubtedly difficult. The Lord therefore advises us to approach a bona fide spiritual master in the line of disciplic succession from the Lord Himself. No one can be a bona fide spiritual master without following this principle of disciplic succession. The Lord is the original spiritual master, and a person in the disciplic succession can convey the message of the Lord as it is to his disciple. Yeah. So, as I was telling, right, whatever scrutiny you want to do before selecting a spiritual master, so this is one of the criteria. We have to see if the guru is coming in a proper disciplic succession. I think you must have heard in some of the previous classes about parampara system, how there are four Vaishnava paramparas which are bona fide. One is Brahma Madhava Gaudiya Parampara, another is Sri Sampradaya, Madhav Sampradaya, Sri Sampradaya, Kumara Sampradaya, and then Rudra Sampradaya. So the Guru coming must be coming in one of these disciplic successions. He also must be having a spiritual master whom he submitted himself to. So we have to really verify this whether someone who is claiming to be a guru, etc., whether he is a bona fide one. This is one of the very very important checks. Whether he is coming in a in a proper genuine parampara, you can see, you can ask whether he is coming from one of these four paramparas, and you can also see whether whoever is claiming to be a guru, whether he has a guru or not, how much he has surrendered himself to his guru. So that also is a very, very important check, because how did he get the knowledge? He must have also followed this same, instruction, right? So he must also have a spiritual master whom he submissively inquired from, submissively heard from. So we should understand who that is also. So that is the only way we'll get faith on a person. So yeah, that is one thing to keep in mind. No one can be spiritually realized by manufacturing his own process, as is the fashion of the foolish pretenders. The Bhagavatam 6.3.19 says, Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. The path of religion is directly enunciated by the Lord. Yeah. Therefore, mental speculation or dry arguments cannot help lead one to the right path. Hmm. Nor by independent study of books of knowledge can one progress in spiritual life. One has to approach a bona fide spiritual master to receive the knowledge. Such a spiritual master should be accepted in full surrender. And one should serve the spiritual master like a menial servant without false prestige. Satisfaction of the self realized spiritual master is a secret of advancement in spiritual life. Yeah, actually, this is one more thing which has to be kept in mind. Sometimes maybe mathematics or physics, etc. You may be thinking, we learn it by logic, reasoning, rationality, focus, etc. Yeah, those all things are also needed for spiritual knowledge, but that is not sufficient. What Srila Prabhupada here is saying is the satisfaction of the self-realized spiritual master is the secret of advancement in spiritual life. Because spiritual knowledge is not mundane knowledge like maths, physics, chemistry, or some other software engineering or medical science, etc. Spiritual knowledge is coming directly from the Lord. It needs Lord's blessings, it needs Lord's mercy for us to be actually be able to understand what scriptures are speaking. But then how do we get Lord's mercy? We get it through Guru. When Guru is satisfied with us, then he blesses us. He blesses us with Krishna's mercy because he received that mercy from his Guru. So this is also very important thing. Just for understanding spiritual knowledge, just reading, hearing, or understanding is not sufficient. It's not at all sufficient actually. The blessings of the spiritual master is of utmost importance. So, how does Guru give blessings? When you satisfy him by being a very submissive student, and when you also render some service. So that's what Srila Prabhupada is saying. Inquiries and submission constitute the proper combination for spiritual understanding. And Prabhupada was also clearly explaining how independent study of books, as is the fashion nowadays, right? I'll read scriptures on my own, I'll analyze, and I'll come to conclusions. I don't want to approach anyone. But here clearly Krishna is saying, you won't get any advancement by doing that. I mean, you can do that, You may get some, I don't know, some mental titillation, some entertainment by analysis, etc. If you are that kind of mind, you may get some piety also because you're reading Bhagavad Gita slokas, but you won't make any spiritual advancement. No, not by independent study of books of knowledge can one progress in spiritual life. So Srila Prabhupada was also very clearly, emphatically telling that. That also has to be kept in mind. Unless there is submission and service, inquiries from the learned spiritual master will not be effective. Yeah, this is what I was mentioning. When we are inquiring, it should be with submission, and we should also be rendering service. One must be able to pass the test of the spiritual master. And when we seize the genuine desire of the disciple, he automatically blesses the disciple with genuine spiritual understanding. Yeah. So here Srila Prabhupada is telling about the genuine desire of the disciple. So, I mean, this is also one more thing which is common nowadays. Sometimes it may be like a fashion. Oh, I want to, and because Bhagavad Gita is a popular book, I want to understand Bhagavad Gita. I want to see what it is, etc. That itself, okay, that is good. You're interested in Bhagavad Gita, but you should be having genuine, deep, sincere desire. I really, really want to understand what Krishna is telling me, what Krishna is teaching all of us through Arjuna. That is what Krishna spoke. That is why Krishna spoke, right? He spoke to Arjuna because he wanted to teach all of us. That genuine desire should be there to actually really understand. That genuine desire should be there to actually practice the yoga path given by Sri Krishna. That genuine desire is what is tested by the spiritual master through various ways. When that is seen in the disciple, then the blessings will automatically follow. So yeah, in this verse, both blind following, we are unobserved inquiries are condemned. Why blind following is condemned? As I was explaining, we don't blindly choose a guru. We properly analyze and then only choose a guru. And absurd inquiries. So we don't just randomly ask whatever comes into our mind. We really try to understand and what are we submissively and what is relevant. Those inquiries only we ask, right? Nor not only should one hear submissively from the spiritual master, but one must also get a clear understanding from him in submission and service and inquiries. A bona fide spiritual master is by nature very kind toward the disciple. Therefore, when the student is submissive and is always ready to render service, the reciprocation of knowledge and inquiries becomes perfect. Yeah, that is also one more thing. A genuine bona fide guru is also very kind toward the disciple, because for anything in this world, you pay so much. For any normal education also you pay so much actually, but here guru is so genuine, so kind, so compassionate that he just want to teach Bhagavad Gita to others. I mean, by nature a guru wants to do that, right? But only thing is he sees the sincerity. If that is there, then the reciprocation will be there, and the knowledge will be imparted. So yeah, I think that is what we learned. Mainly in this verse, Krishna is explaining about uh, how to approach a bona fide spiritual master. Was also discussing how do we even choose a bona fide spiritual master, right? Like disciplic succession, how he doesn't do it for some money or etc., some cheap things. He also sees the genuine desire of the disciples, and then how a disciple should have three particular qualities which Krishna is describing, submissiveness, humility, obedience, and inquiry with submission, and then some service to the guru, right? And genuine desire should be there. There should not be absurd inquiries or arrogance, or blind following is condemned. We don't just follow anyone and everyone. We see whatever criteria we understood from the scriptures. We see whether that guru is satisfying that, and then only we accept him wholeheartedly. But once we accept, we completely surrender to receive the knowledge. So yeah, so I think that's what we discussed today. So if you have any questions or someone or two, I can answer. Otherwise, we can end the session. Okay. So I think there are no questions coming in. Yeah, thank you all for joining in again. Smriti, Nagalashmi, Saket, Prasad, and Leela Krishna. Yeah, you can share whatever you learned in the WhatsApp group. I'll be opening. Yeah, thank you very much. Hare Krishna. I'll be ending the meeting now.